Welcome to our 3-minute paranormal stories where your nightmares become reality. My name is Larry Miles and this is The Scare Factory. In a small rural town in the countryside of France, there was a man named Pierre who lived alone in a rundown cabin deep in the woods. It was known to be reclusive and eccentric, and as he grew older, his behavior became more erratic. One day, Pierre's family became concerned about his well-being and decided to check on him. When they arrived at the cabin, they were greeted by a strange, thick fog that surrounded the property. As they entered the cabin, they noticed that Pierre was nowhere to be found. Suddenly, they heard a strange, ethereal voice that seemed to be coming from the walls. It whispered dark and sinister things, making the family feel as though they were being watched. The family searched the cabin, but as they entered each room, they found that it was empty. Just as they were about to leave, they heard footsteps coming from the back room. They cautiously approached the room, and as they pushed open the door, Pierre suddenly appeared before them, his eyes completely black and his body contorted in an unnatural manner. The family tried to run, but the door was jammed, trapping them inside with the possessed Pierre. The demonic entity that had taken hold on Pierre began to torment the family, causing objects to fly across the room and the lights to flicker. Suddenly the entity disappeared, only to reappear seconds later in a different part of the room, making the family scream and cower in fear. The family sought the help of a local priest who performed an exorcism in the attempt to save Pierre. The ritual intensified the evil presence, causing the cabin to shake and windows to shatter. The entity laughed and taunted the priest, saying that Pierre was beyond salvation and that it had taken him for good. Just as the exorcism was about to reach its climax, the entity suddenly vanished, leaving behind Pierre's lifeless form. The family mourned the loss of their loved one, but they couldn't shake the feeling that the entity was still watching them, waiting to pounce. Years went by, and the cabin was abandoned. But it was said that on quiet moonless nights, strange noises and ghostly apparitions could be seen and heard around the cabin. The townspeople stayed clear on the woods, afraid that the demonic entity was still lurking, waiting to possess its new victim. To this day, the mystery of Pierre and the cabin in the woods remains unsolved, and many say that the evil entity still roams the woods, seeking to claim its next victim. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. If you have a short horror story you want us to make a video on, leave a comment down below or don't hesitate to reach out to us. May the fear be with you.